Are you heading to court and you're not sure how to act? My name is Carl Birkhead. I'm an attorney with Wirth Law Office. I've been practicing in Oklahoma for about 7 years. I want to help you make law easy by giving you some tips for how to act in the courtroom, how to speak to the court staff, how to work with your attorney while you're in the courthouse. Today, I want to talk with you specifically about how to address the court staff. You've got different actors in play depending on what you're in court for. If you're in court for, let's say you're in court for a custody case, you're going to have the judge, the bailiff, the court reporter, obviously the attorneys. If you're in court for a criminal activity, you might be having to deal with the district attorney. Also, the best thing to do is to know your audience. Um, Obviously, and I say obviously because it's obvious to me, but it may not be to some people. When you're talking to the judge, yes, ma'am, and yes, sir doesn't cut it. It's yes, your honor, and no, your honor. Um, they work really, really hard to get to that position where they got the robe and the gavel. So they want to hear your honor. They don't want to just hear Mr. or Mrs. in that instance. Um, that Mr. and Mrs. will work for just about any other circumstance, though. If you're on the stand and you're giving testimony, you're not sure how to refer to a witness or the other party or somebody else that might have been involved in whatever's going on. Again, Mr. Smith, Mr. Doe, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Doe. Um, for the purpose of just of being polite, being cordial, being formal, and appreciating the fact that this is a formal setting that you're in. Don't ever just refer to someone as, oh yeah, Joe Bob down the street or something like that. It's not going to get you very far unless you're asked to clarify. I had a quick case a few years back, just as a silly example. My last name is Birkhead, spelled B-I-R. I had a client whose name was Birkhead, it was spelled B-U-R. The court had to start addressing us by our first names just because, obviously, Mr. Birkhead, Mr. Birkhead, Mr. Birkhead, it wasn't going to work. Um, it uh, it's not a terribly difficult thing to do, but it is something that I've seen people get tripped up on. The best thing to do if you have questions or you're not sure, hey, how should I address someone? Talk with your lawyer. They'll be able to guide you and say, yeah, this is Judge Smith. This is Prosecutor Tripp, or this is Mr. Elpheus, the witness. I don't know. Like your attorney can help you in those situations so you don't get yourself caught flat-footed. But if you do, it's okay. It happens to everyone. I mean, it was a judge that got tripped up trying to figure out how to refer to me and my client in that scenario I just talked about. As long as you're trying to be polite and be professional, it will go miles towards helping you out and getting you what you want in court. Once again, my name is Carl Birkhead. I'm with Wirth Law Office. I'm here to help you make law easy. If you have any questions, give us a call.